Hello, I'm Dr. Vanita Rattan. I'm a doctor but also a cosmetic formulator specifically for skin of color. So today's video is assessing cult beauty and the best sellers. Are they suitable for skin of color or not? Now, if you don't already know, skin of color does require different skincare to Caucasian skin. The reason is that our melanocytes are larger and more reactive. Those are cells that produce the pigment melanin. This means that for us, one scratch, one bite, or one burn, and we hyperpigment. This does not happen to Caucasian skin. This means that we have to take care. We can't afford to have too much inflammation of the skin, but also we need tyrosinase inhibitors in our skincare. So those are things that calm down the melanocytes and keep them neutral so that we're not hyperpigmenting. In addition, our skin just behaves differently over the years. So we don't wrinkle as quickly, for example, but our skin does look duller and drier quicker because we have less ceramides in our skin. Those are fats that lock in moisture in the skin. And so over time, we do need to make sure that we are using ceramides and more hydration of our skin. So bearing all of this in mind, I've gone in and done a deep dive investigation into cult beauty and their best sellers. And there are some good products in here, but there are some products that I just tell you to walk away from and save your money. As you know, none of my videos have ever been sponsored and they will never be sponsored, and everything I make for you comes down from the ingredients list and evidence-based information. So if that sounds good to you, give me a thumbs up. Let's dive right in. So I am going to be brutally honest with every single product on here. I think I'm pretty sure I'm going to make some enemies at the end of this video, but I do think it's important that we educate our global skin of color family when it comes to their skincare, because 95% of skincare was made for Caucasian skin without thinking about skin of color and what we actually need, which is actually quite different in some areas. So the first one is the Ordinary Glycolic Acid 7%. Now, generally, I'm not a fan of glycolic acid more than 5% for skin of color because I worry about hotspots. So hotspots are where, because glycolic acid is the smallest AHA molecule, it flies through the skin, and if it's not neutralized, it can lead to hyperpigmentation, and I've seen it too often. So with acids, we do need to take more care, and glycolic at a higher percentage isn't my favorite. Plus, it's easy to overdo it with glycolic acid. It's not something that I'd recommend you would wear every day. And I've seen a big TikTok trend, I don't know how many of you have seen it, where people are using it under their armpits. Now, this is a really big mistake. The reason is, when they see that instant brightening, they think that they're onto something, but all they're doing is they're resurfacing the skin. However, if they continue to do this, don't forget the armpit, it tends to sweat and has a higher temperature than your leg, for example, or your face. And acid becomes much stronger very quickly in heat. This is why you never ever mix heat and acid together. It's a big mistake, especially for skin of color. So please do not jump on this trend of putting glycolic acid under your armpit to prevent odor. I would rather you just wore an antiperspirant and know it doesn't lead to cancer. So that's another product that's been demonized unnecessarily. And on this side, we've got a product that is, you know, people are just making it up as they go along. They're like, I'm going to use glycolic acid under my arms. And why not? You know, it's just like, at least follow the instructions, you know. So for me, I prefer lactic acid, mandelic acid for resurfacing the skin. And if you've got very sensitive skin, go for PHA, so gluconolactone, rather than 7% glycolic acid, because I just don't want you to damage your skin barrier and get skin sensitivity. It's just not worth it. So for me, this particular product is a no, but I do love the vast majority of products from The Ordinary. They are fragrance free, and I've actually done a full video on products I love from The Ordinary that I do recommend you watch, because I always say start cheap rather than going in expensive. Moving on to the next bestseller, which is the Oat Balm Cleanser from the Inkey List. Again, the Inkey List is a brand that I do love. I don't love everything from the brand for skin of color, but a lot of it is suitable for us, and I've done a video again specifically for the Inkey List. Now, the first ingredient on here is sweet almond oil. Now, this is 3 out of 5 on the comedogenic scale, plus it's at the highest percentage because it's the first ingredient on the Inkey List. So this is why I wouldn't recommend this for oily, acne prone skin. However, I do love this for normal or combination skin, so also for dry skin. It's got oat kernel oil in it too, which is soothing and hydrating as well. So this is definitely a Dr. V approved product, but not for oily, acne prone skin. So the next product I have discussed before in another video, but it is one of the best sellers, so I had to bring it up. It's Youth to the People Kale and Green Tea Cleanser. So it starts off so promising because it uses gentle surfactants, which I love when you're looking at a cleanser that you're going to be using twice a day, because I don't want you to overstrip the skin, which is one of the biggest mistakes that happens with cleansers. And in it, they've put in aloe, antioxidants, vitamin C, anti-inflammatory. So at this point, I absolutely love the product. But, and there's no reason to do this, and in this day and age, I don't know why anyone's doing it. They put in fragrance, and actually quite a lot of it. They put in hexylcinnamol, linalool, limonene, and even though it's a wash off and it's not going to be on the skin for long, I just would never recommend a fragranced product for skin of color. Fragrance leads to contact dermatitis in 3 to 4% of the population, which leads to rashes and hyperpigmentation. It's just something that we need to be more concerned about than maybe Caucasian skin, because of the hyperpigmentation that can take many years to get rid of. A lot of us know what that feels like. It's just not worth even going down that route. You know, there are better cleansers out there. Okay, so moving on to the next product, and I'm going to pronounce it wrong. Laneige Lip Sleep Mask. Yeah, you can laugh at me in the comment section because I really don't know how to pronounce this product. But the first ingredient here is diisostearyl malate, which is an emollient. It's an ester of malic acid with isostearyl alcohol. And it's commonly used in lipsticks. It's a very good ingredient. It gives you hydration of the lips, and it's basically just an emollient. The second ingredient here is hydrogenated polyisobutene. This is another synthetic emollient, and is good for increasing moisture retention of the lip. So the first two ingredients I love. And this is why when you use it, your lips are going to feel lubricated, they're going to feel soft, and these are good ingredients that you would use in a lip mask. But they added fragrance, which is not good for skin of color, because also for us, don't forget that we get lip hyperpigmentation quickly on the upper lip, and this can happen from any form of cosmetics. So matte lipsticks aren't, you know, our friend really. Neither is eating pineapple in the sun can lead to pigmentation of the lips, or hot drinks can lead to hyperpigmentation of the lips. And I certainly wouldn't then put fragranced lip product on my lips all night if lip hyperpigmentation is one of your issues or something you're concerned about. It's just not worth it. I'd rather you just went in with petroleum jelly, Vaseline, and put that on at night. You know, at least you know you're not going to get any hyperpigmentation from it. In addition, I'm a cosmetic formulator, so I want maximum bang for my buck. I want, when I put something on your skin, I want it to have 10 different ingredients in it, giving you benefits all around. So in this, you know, if I was to formulate this, I'd want antioxidants in it. I'd want anti-inflammatories in it. I'd want something else in there that was more than just an emollient, in which case you may as well just use petroleum jelly, Vaseline for £2, you know? So this one's a no from me. Moving on to the next product, which is Versed Dewpoint Moisturising Gel. So it's good in terms of that there's no fragrance in it, so I love that. I do love a lot of the ingredients. The first ingredient is obviously water, that's why it's a gel. The second ingredient is glycerin, so it's a water magnet, it's a humectant. The fourth ingredient is squalane, so it should also help to retain water in the skin, and plus they used anti-inflammatories, aloe and green tea extracts. So at this point I'm loving this product. They did add in Triticum vulgare germ oil, which is 5 out of 5 on the comedogenic scale. So I wouldn't recommend this product necessarily for oily, acne prone skin. You might be fine with it, but it probably wouldn't be my first choice. But I do love this product if you've got normal skin, or you've got, you know, normal to combination skin, you will love this product. So this is Dr. V approved with a caveat, avoid if you have oily acne prone skin. Moving on to the next product, which I haven't seen for a long time, but clearly is selling well, is Welder Skin Food. So let's go through the Inky. Starts off with water, sunflower oil, which I love, lanolin, which is good unless you're allergic, sweet almond oil, and beeswax. Again, is great unless you're allergic. So I love these ingredients. These are top 5 ingredients in the Inky. But then the 6th ingredient is denatured alcohol, and I'm not a fan of denatured alcohol. The reason we use it is to give you that quick dry feeling, and it tends to get used in sunscreen, for example, as a solvent. But the thing is, it can lead to exacerbation of free radicals in the skin, which damages collagen, and most of us are worried about, we're trying to protect our collagen at all costs. You know, we're trying to do everything we can to not age prematurely and have healthy skin. And so I would always steer you clear of denatured alcohol, which has in this. Plus in here they've put limonene, fragrance, linalool, geraniol, citral, and coumarin. So these are all fragrances which all lead to contact dermatitis. Can lead to contact dermatitis. So for me, this product is a disaster. Sorry, I probably shouldn't use that word, but I don't like this product. This is not a Dr. V approved product. Save your money. Moving on to another product that I see everybody using, and this is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. So here, the first ingredient is water, then there's an emollient, then glycerol stearate SC, which is 3 out of 5 on the comedogenic scale. So I wouldn't use it if you have oily acne prone skin. There are literally no benefits in this product other than glycerin. So it's a very basic product, plus they've added in linalool, citronellol, and geraniol. So these are all fragrances. So for me, this is the best form of marketing I have ever seen. Honestly, this is one genius lady, because this product has nothing in it. It is not a primer. You know how people use this as, oh, this is the best primer before you put your foundation on. There is nothing in here to prime the skin other than just to hydrate. Literally, Cetraben would be better, and Cetraben is cheaper and fragrance free. So this one just has me baffled. I'm stunned and impressed. The next one is from Pharmacy. It's called Pharmacy Green Clean. So it's got an interesting formula. So the first ingredient here is cetyl ethyl hexanoate. So this is an oil-like liquid that basically gives a product its slip and reduces water loss. It's also got some good oils in it, such as Milia leaf extract, but it does contain Canania odorata, which is a fragrance, and it contains papaya extract, which is a skin sensitizer. So for me, this one is one to avoid. The next one surprised me because I really don't like the brand. I've done a video on Sunday Riley, and most of the products I don't like. But this one I was impressed with. So it's called Sunday Riley CEO 15% vitamin C. First ingredient is water, of course. Second ingredient is tetrahexyl decaloscorbate. My favorite vitamin C. That means it's fat soluble, penetrates into the dermis, helps to stimulate collagen. The third ingredient here is squalane, which is also an excellent hydrating ingredient. It's NAFE safe, so no denatured alcohol, fragrance, or essential oils. I love it. I would buy this and try it myself. So this one is Dr. V approved. The next one is one that also surprised me. I haven't come across this particular brand. It's called Rejuvenated Collagen Shots. So this is 10 grams of marine collagen plus vitamin C and hyaluronic acid. Very important that you have those two ingredients if you're going to take collagen. Otherwise, you don't get maximum benefit of it. I really like this product. It is Dr. V approved. A lot of you keep asking me, Dr. V, what other collagen products can I take? And there are very few that I like. But I'm now going to put this on my like list. So this one's Dr. V approved. Moving on to the next product, which is called Killerzit Sticker. So I love that the patch has basically got niacinamide and salicylic acid in it. So it's good to put onto a spot. But I didn't like the misinformation that came with it. They said, Cult Beauty wrote, there's no parabens, and they called it a nasty. Parabens are a nasty, which is incorrect. Parabens are actually the safest form of preservative. And the fact that what happened was that people started to call parabens endocrine disruptors, and so then we started moving away from parabens. We used other preservatives, which actually led to rashes and contact dermatitis, irritation of the skin. And we ended up in a situation where, you know, this information actually started hurting people. So please stop with the misinformation. Parabens are the best form of preservative. It's the one that I used in all Skincare by Dr. V products for that reason, is that we can't afford to be getting rashes from the preservative because it leads to hyperpigmentation for skin of color. And the other thing to note is, usually if it's something says that they don't have any preservative, you should run in the opposite direction, because then you're just going to get bacteria and fungus and infection of the skin, and none of that is nice. So the only reason they can get away with not using parabens or any preservative in this is because there's no water in it. And so you need water for bacteria or fungus to replicate. And that can't happen here. So that's the only reason why they can get away with literally just having a sticker and putting on niacinamide and salicylic powder on there. The thing I don't like about this product is their cleaner swab that comes with it. On it, they've got denatured alcohol and tea tree oils. So tea tree oil is an essential oil that can sensitize the skin, and denatured alcohol, it gives you that quick dry feeling, but actually can allow free radicals to form in the skin and damage your collagen. So I don't like the clean swab, but I do like the actual product itself. So if you are looking for products specifically for skin of color, you can come and visit my website, Skincare by Dr. V. If you want more education on skincare for skin of color, do get your hands on a copy of Skin Revolution. It's a book that I wrote with HarperCollins, and it's available in Amazon. And don't forget, I am in the comment section for 1 hour at the launch of every single video. So any videos you want me to make in the future, can you write them down below for me? So I'm creating my to-do list, and I really want to focus on videos that you want rather than videos that I think you might want. So if you could do that, that'd be really helpful. And you can follow me on Instagram. I've got 2 accounts, Skincare by Dr. V and Dr. Vanita Rattan. I'm on TikTok, which is Dr. Vanita Rattan. And we've got a private Facebook group, which is amazing, where you can talk about your own intimate issues, and that is called Dr. V Sock Family. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.